Yes, yes. Hello and welcome. As you have already seen from the introduction video, this is Syberia. And we are playing today, or at least I am playing, and you are watching the demo version. And I'm playing this in the original resolution, although I'm going to leave a link in the description in which you can play the game at 1080p. Although, of course, the pre-rendered backgrounds aren't, well, they actually do hold up quite a lot. But anyway, we are playing the role of Kate Walker, who has just arrived here with her suitcase.
I really don't have the strength to take this suitcase any further. I wonder who can help me.
You can see in the top right, a note has been added. And that means that from the dialogue notebook, we actually now also have help to converse about. This is a little bit of inventory action. Our cell phone. We can call a few people. The offers that we're working for, our mom, our friend Olivia, and our fiance Dan. But most of the time they just call you, and only on a few occasions you have to call them. But let's start by grabbing a leaflet. It says, welcome to Valais-d'Ilène, the world capital of mechanical toys. And this adventure game is all about the automaton. And it's fascinating. I'm not going to read everything out to you. I'm just going to show you. On the second page, there is this little information about the material which the automatons, or some of them, are used and made from. And this one is ebony. It is needed for a later puzzle. And this is our friend Rudolf Vorarlberg. A long family history of toy makers. Pretty interesting stuff. I really like Syberia for a lot of reasons, which I will point out during this demo.
I'll wait for the storm to end before I step outside.
We can't go that way. Let's go up.
I shouldn't leave my luggage here.
We can have a look over here. There's a boy sitting over here.
Hi there. Hey, hi there. What are you doing? Can I see?
No, too difficult. Momo's work very difficult.
So, your name's Momo. I'm Kate.
Momo do like Hans. He draw.
Hans?
Don't disturb Momo. Momo work difficult.
Will you show me your drawing?
No, not finished. Go away.
I've just arrived. My case is a little heavy. Can you help me take it up to the room?
Momo strong. Very strong. But no time. Momo very busy.
I guess I'll let you continue working.
That's all we can get from him, but I really like all the small animations in the background, the sound. Everything in this game actually is pretty perfect. It's got loads and loads of different locations, strange and weird and wonderful people, and it's got humor. Well, it's got a lot, so let's see if we can get the attention of someone. What do we have here?
I need a key.
Okay, well, there is one conveniently placed over here. We're gonna take that. And we can just drag it and use it like that. Press the button. Look how well that reflection is done. Really a lot of attention to detail.
Okay, I'm coming.
Hi there.
Hello there, ma'am.
I would like a room. My company should have made a reservation in the name of Walker. The company is Marson and Lormont Associates. The name is Kate Walker.
Of course, Miss Walker. You are in room 6 on the next floor up.
Thank you. Could you possibly take my luggage up, please?
Please do excuse me, Miss Walker. We have been neglecting our duties. Guests are so rare these days that we forget our manners. So you're the American woman? Is it true what people say? That you've come to buy the factory?
Not factory. Anna's house. Hans' house.
Excuse me?
Would you quiet down, you mischievous little boy? I imagine our little town must disappoint you. You see, today is very sad for us. It's a day of mourning. Today is the funeral of Miss Anna.
Momo's sad, but Hans not dead. Hans long way away. Anna told Momo. Anna liked Momo very much.
That's enough, Momo. Stop pestering the lady. Now go on, scram. Get out of here, you hear? What was I saying? Oh, yes, Miss Anna. Such a great loss for Valle-de-Laine, it really is. Because now that she's dead, the factory'll close. But you're here to stop that happening, aren't you? Our future is in your hands, Miss Walker.
What? Anna Vorarlberg is dead?
Here's your room. I hope you like it, Miss Walker. I'll leave you to rest for the time being. You must have a lot of work to do. You know, the takeover of the factory is very good news for us here. It would make us very happy to see life return to our valley. If only you had seen Valle-de-Laine before. It was delightful. People came from all over the world to buy Vorarlberg automatons. Ah, somebody has left you some mail, I see. Remember, if you need anything at all, we're not far away, Miss Walker.
So, another note added. See, we have a lot to talk about right now. So we're going to do that in a while, but first we're going to see what kind of message was left for us. And I like the fact that whenever you pick up a document, it is actually presented to you straight away. This one is from the Marson and Lormont Associates, which you work for. This is your boss, Edward Marson, basically saying that we need to close the deal. But, as you might have read or heard, Anna Vorarlberg actually died. So
I should tell Marson about the death of Miss Vorarlberg. I hope this isn't going to get too complicated. I can't see myself staying here too long.
So let's give him a call.
Marson and Lormont, how can I help you?
Can you put me through to Mr. Marson, please? It's Kate Walker.
Hold the line, please.
Hello, Kate. So tell me, how's the case going?
I've just got to Valle-de-Laine, and there's a slight problem, Mr. Marson, I'm afraid. Mrs. Vorarlberg is dead.
Ah, that's most unfortunate. But I seem to remember we made provisions for just such a sad eventuality, and we know that there was no heir.
Yes, that's right, but...
So where's the problem, Kate? Contact the notary right away. I'll get my secretary to fax you his address and an introduction letter from the firm.
Very good, Mr. Marson.
Right, I gotta go, Kate. Keep me up to date, okay?
I just... No need to go down there. I don't need that for the time being.
But I just like the way there's so much attention to detail in all of these places. You know, the picture of Rudolph and just everything looks really, really beautiful. And this game was made in 2003, I believe. And it got the Adventure Game of the Year award as well. So, yeah, there's a lot to go for in this game. It's not that difficult. I mean, the puzzles are pretty straightforward, and with a lot of trial and error you can get out of most of them, I would say. Let's see if we can pick up some of those things that this boy threw on the floor. Which seem to be some sort of cogs. We don't actually need them in this demo. I think this is probably what he was drawing or carving into the table. Naughty, naughty boy.
I'm back again.
Miss Walker?
Let's start from the top.
Hello, my name is Kate Walker, and
Of course, of course. Walker, room 6, next floor up.
a fax didn't arrive for me, did it?
Maybe. I thought I heard the phone ring.
Do you think you might want to go and check?
Certainly, ma'am. Immediately.
Thank you very much.
So this is basically a fax to the Maître Alforté, which is the notary we need to visit to close that deal.
Thank you.
At your service.
I think I'm going to need your help again.
Are you leaving already, Miss Walker? Should we bring down your luggage?
No, I'm not leaving yet. It's just that...
We would love to help, but just think what would happen if the telephone rang, or if a fax arrived, or if a customer came through the door. We don't have 5 minutes rest here. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay, no biggie.
I'm actually wondering what kind of help she would have wanted. It's a bit unclear, that one.
The young boy who was here earlier talked about, Hans? Who is Hans?
Momo was talking about Hans Vorarlberg, Anna's younger brother. But he died a long time ago. Nobody here even met him.
Who is the boy who was drawing here earlier? Is he your son?
Heaven forbid, no, not at all. He's not a bad boy, no. Momo is just a little simple, that's all.
What is his connection with Anna Vorarlberg?
Momo is what you'd call the village idiot, and Anna took him under her wing. He must have reminded her of her younger brother, no doubt. And birds of a feather stick together, don't they?
You're implying that Anna Vorarlberg was a little bit slow as well?
Heaven forbid, no, not at all. She was a real loner. She kept to herself, that's all.
I just love all these little mechanical robots. I've noticed there are tons of them here in Valladolid.
Be careful what you say. Vorarlberg automatons are not robots. If you want people to like you here, never ever pronounce the word robot.
Okay. What is the difference between an automaton and a robot, then?
Well, to tell you the truth, no one really knows.
Actually, it's pretty simple. I think an automaton is more mechanical and a robot is more electronic. You know, that's... I don't know.
Did you know Anna Vorarlberg yourself?
Oh, why, of course I did. I mean, well, not really. She was a very great lady. We loved her very much. May she rest in peace.
Could you tell me where I can find a notary here in Valladolid by the name of Alfolter?
We only have one notary here, and his house is easy to recognize. You can't miss it.
Okay, let's go there then.
I'm gonna go look around Valladolid. See you later.
As you like, miss.
Another high point of this game is the music. It's subtle, but it's very, very nice. Really, really soothing in a way, and soothing in another way. So there you can see here a little bird on top. It's all animation, so that means it's a specific animation comes in. There's a lot of birds in this game, and I really like to give it a mention, as when you wait a little bit you can see more birds and different animations in almost every screen, which is quite fascinating. Anyway, let's talk to this old dude.
Good morning.
Good morning. What a pleasure to meet such a lovely young lady honoring our aging streets. Please sit yourself down next to me so we can enjoy the air together.
It would be a pleasure, but I'm afraid I don't have the time. Some other time, maybe.
I hope so, miss. I remember when these streets were full of vibrant life. In those days, there was a charming encounter to be had round every corner. Our good little town of Valladolid is not what it used to be.
It looks like things have changed a bit around here.
Our children have all left the valley. They need to earn a living, don't they? Can't really blame them. You have to move with the times, don't you? And it's not at the Vorarlberg factory that they'll find jobs. Being excluded from the world is not an easy burden to bear, believe you me, miss.
But it's such a pretty little village.
I can tell you're not from these parts. I hope you enjoy the pleasures that we still have to offer. Good day to you.
Yes, and good day to you. You can see Kate is able to run when you double click, so the transition between screens doesn't take that long, but each screen is a little painting in itself. So much atmosphere, you can really, really breathtaking. There's nothing really to do here.
No point. It's locked. I'll come back when the funeral is over.
But I just wanted to show you some of the locations, as we're almost nearing the end of this demo. The atmosphere is another really great asset of this game. As you can see, the water, it's really, really, you know, making each location come alive. And the beauty of that is that you can really take it in and sort of live through it. Because there are a lot of different locations, and that's probably why I like this game more than other adventure games, is that there's a lot of transition between places. Now, here we have another puzzle. Basically, we need some sort of metal rod that connects the two here, so you can wind them and open this door. But right now, we don't have that rod. There's loads of doors that we can sort of click on, but we need to get to that notary. But before we do, we're gonna have a little chat with this fellow.
Good morning. Are you open? Can I buy something from your bakery?
No, afraid not. Not possible. We're closed.
I can wait a while.
You can wait, but we're closed all day. Day of mourning.
I'm sorry. Please accept my condolences.
Don't worry about it. Because of Madame Vorarlberg's death, all the shops are closed. Mayor's decision. Try tomorrow.
Tomorrow I won't be here. That's a pity.
We're closed. Try tomorrow.
Yep. No bread for us. Or some lovely cakes, for that matter. This is the house of the notary, but before we go in, I'm going to show you the rest of the really, really nice Vallée de l'Aisne. There's a really beautiful segment in the game through this gate. But you have to play the game in order to see that, so let's head back. Actually, forgot one thing. There's a newspaper here which we can take. And this is a little article about the loss of the Queen of our Hearts, Anna Vorarlberg. And these little tidbits of information keep feeding into the story and keep expanding on it. And it's quite amazing how it does that in a numerous of ways. A lot of these puzzles involve automatons, and this one is no exception. We have to try and gain access. And you can see there are some goggles or some cameras or whatever. So we need to place here the facts that we got. And then pull the lever. Yeah, I just love all these mechanical puzzles and contraptions, very similar to, or, well, they're not similar, but if you've played Myst, those kind of games, really, really interesting. Now, there is quite an interesting, I would say, Easter egg. It's not really an Easter egg, it's kind of a design mistake, if you will. You can see here that there's a green and a red bottle and some sort of small fellow here with a wind-up key. If we come closer to the desk, we can actually see a red and a green button. But when we zoom in, we can actually see that the green button isn't there, and also these two buttons are red, so they have somehow been removed. Which is, you know, interesting, to say the least. There's nothing really to do here, so let's go inside.
Hello, sir.
Miss Walker, I presume. Have you had a good journey?
Everything went very smoothly. Thank you.
Do take a seat, Miss Walker, please.
I like this voice actor. A lot of voice actors in this game are actually pretty good. They are all part of the Microids or French team, so you will notice some voices you have heard before from other games. But yeah, even the protagonist, Kate, is doing a really good job. A lot of variation in tone.
I imagine you are aware of the business that brings me here.
Of course, I was waiting for you.
Well, let's start with Anna.
You don't find it suspicious that Madame Vorarlberg left us so suddenly?
Her death took us by surprise. She still seemed to have so much life left in her.
I would have loved to have met her.
Anna Vorarlberg was not only one of my most faithful clients, she was also a very dear friend.
I am the legal representative for the Universal Toy Company. I'm responsible for...
So I understood, Miss Walker.
Hey, just cut me off, why don't you?
That is a magnificent automaton you have at your entrance.
I'm very proud of it. And since my health problems, it has become absolutely indispensable for me. Yes, indispensable. It was Anna Vorarlberg who had the idea. She provided many houses with this kind of machinery.
At the tavern, I met a young boy by the name of Momo. I was informed that he is mentally disabled. Whatever his condition, he told me about a man called Hans. He's apparently Madame Vorarlberg's brother. Moreover, it appears that Hans is not actually dead. What do you think of that?
Let us take one thing at a time, Miss Walker. You will receive all the information you need in due course, you can be sure of that.
Have you ever met Hans Vorarlberg, Anna's brother?
I have a few vague memories of him, that is all. I was very young at the time. Very young. If you don't mind, can we come back to that later?
Seeing how as Madame Vorarlberg is no longer with us, I trust that I can rely on you to conclude the sale?
Please do not set your hopes too high, Miss Walker. I fear that I cannot be of much help to you.
Let's talk about the most important thing, because this has all been leading up to one thing and one thing only.
Miss Walker, I am afraid that the sale of the Vorarlberg factory is not as straightforward as it first seemed.
Whoa there. Everything was agreed. We'd obtained Anna Vorarlberg's consent, and her death does absolutely nothing to invalidate that. Now I have to be back in New York the day after tomorrow, Maître Alfotaire. My client and I are impatient to seal this deal.
I understand only too well, Miss Walker. There is an heir, Miss Walker.
Excuse me? An heir? But Madame Vorarlberg never married, as far as I know. And in my last conversation with her, she absolutely never mentioned this detail.
Miss Walker, believe me, I was more surprised than you are. Anna Vorarlberg sent me a letter 2 days before she died. Understand, Miss Walker, that had I known about this earlier, I would have informed you. I shall read you the document in my possession. I am so very old. It seems that today life is slipping away from me more quickly than I imagined, and I fear that I will not be of this world to sign the takeover contract for my dear factory. So, I must make this confession to you now. My brother Hans is still alive. It would not surprise me if you find this difficult to believe, but it is indeed the truth. You must remember his death, his funeral too. Even though you were very young at the time, it was but a sordid charade dreamt up by our father. To him, the very idea that his only son should wish to leave Baladillen and abandon the family business was unbearable. When Hans left, he preferred to think him dead and make everybody else believe this too. He obliged me to bear this terrible secret as well. I repeat that Hans is still alive, so when I die, it is he who becomes the sole and rightful heir of our factory.
Okay, I see. If Hans Vorarlberg is not dead after all, then I just have to sign the contracts with him. I suppose you've already contacted him? Where can I reach him?
The second half of the letter informs us that Hans Vorarlberg is somewhere in Syberia. I will leave the document in your hands to read at your leisure.
Anna Vorarlberg had no further information to add?
Unfortunately not, Miss Walker. I have told you as much as I know. The situation, in legal terms, is now clear. If you want to conclude this sale, you have to find Hans Vorarlberg. Apparently, there is a body lying in the town cemetery. There also seems to be some ghost wandering around Syberia. It seems you have your work cut out for you. Believe me, Miss Walker, when I say that I am most sorry for this regrettable setback. Most sorry.
Great. What now, then?
Perhaps you will find out more in the Vorarlberg factory archives. You will find the key in the waiting room. My role in this affair finishes here with the reading of this letter. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must rest. You see, my health is not excellent at the moment, and my doctor forbids me from working for too long. I will not detain you for any longer, Miss Walker. Do not forget to close the door as you go out.
Goodbye, sir.
Yep. Well, that's our little tale. Little story is, of course, to find this Hans Vorarlberg. And it's gonna be an amazing journey. We're gonna take this key, even though the demo ends here. Because there isn't really anything to add than to say, to be continued. I can definitely recommend playing this game. It's one of my favorites. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have fun playing this really wonderful gem of a game. Thank you. Bye bye.